Welcome to the Revolution. I hope your group is going really well. We are talking about kind of this fourth and last element that is so critical for us to master the message. And the message we want to master is this declaration of dependence on God. And that comes from what Jesus announced. The message that Jesus gave literally is the gospel, the good news. The good news. Romans says it like this. You see, at just the right time, when we were still powerless, Christ died for the ungodly. Very rarely will anyone die for a righteous man, though for a good man, someone might possibly dare to die. But God demonstrates his own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. That's the good news. That's the gospel. Earlier in Romans, Paul said, I am not ashamed of the gospel, because it is the power of God for the salvation of everyone who believes, first for the Jew, then for the Gentile. For in the gospel, a righteousness from God is revealed, a righteousness that is by faith from first to last. The righteous will live by faith. You see, when we choose to be revolutionaries, we are choosing to step into this amazing good news, this message that we not only want to receive, we want to master. We want to understand how to articulate this language of love that penetrates human resistance. And that starts by us recognizing the problem. Reinhold Niebuhr, the author of the Serenity Prayer, most of us know, said, to be a sinner is our distress. To know it is our hope. To come to the end of self-deception, alibis, and hiding is a profound moment of hope. You see, part of the way we receive the good news is to take some ownership of the bad news. The fact that we've got some things that only God can change in us. But because of his grace and his mercy, he does. When you think about the American Revolution and them recognizing the problem, everything about the American Revolution needed something that would be inspiring for the future. That's true of every revolution. Every revolution has got to have a message, a grander vision of what the future could be. For the American Revolution, it was the Declaration of Independence. But for us, it's just the opposite. It's a declaration of dependence, because there's a world of difference in those two revolutions. You take King George, comparing him to King Jesus. King George stayed at a distance and would not come to America. Jesus closed the distance by coming to us. King George declared war on his own people. Jesus declared peace to the entire world. King George executed and imprisoned anyone opposed to him. King Jesus was executed for those who opposed him to set prisoners free. You see, that's the radical nature of the Jesus Revolution. His gospel, his good news, literally empowers us to be free, to change how we live, how we think, what we declare. Join us in this study to talk about the power of the gospel. You think about power, it's the gospel that empowers us. And power, what does it do? It moves things. It carries them along. It energizes them. Jesus wants to be the power. His forgiveness, his love, his acceptance is what energizes, moves us along to love those around us, to be the revolutionaries, the patriots, the people with a message that we want to master, a message that declares the God that loved us can love you. Join us in these ranks of resistance as we learn to master this message together. Enjoy your study.